a little bit to siege up. Oh! My god, that was a beautiful, beautiful stasis, though. It catches 2 vessels and a bunch of tanks, and there might be another great stasis. Great storms, though, on the tanks. Not killing any of them just yet, though, but another set of good storms. Reach was doing the Jamie method. Oh my god! What the hell? Where has Reach been? Reach! How the hell did he just do that? Look at Flash! Look at Flash! He just got a grenade right through his liquid metal body and it just exploded. He thought Reach was completely out. I thought Reach was out. How the hell did he manage to stop that metal push? Oh my god, he used the flying carpet trick. You know, Protosses do that nowadays, but Reach just did it perfectly, carrying those High Templar to go and storm right on the tanks. Just beautiful storms. I mean, God, Reach used to be called the Storm Protoss, by the way. He was revolutionized Protoss storming also. And I gotta say, he's still got the touch here, and this is why I'm a Reach fan, because honestly, look at that play. I mean, Reach doesn't even practice. Like, literally, he's too busy, you know, in the Air Force, and he is partially saving the world here. And, you know, he still manages to get micro that good in a battle against Flash. I mean, okay, you guys are going to say Flash is a little bit out of position. Doesn't matter. Normally, Flash wins that battle. Reach with some beautiful stasis and even better High Templar there. And I gotta say, that could have swung the game completely in favor of Reach. Flash still with a good economic harass, though. On the left side here, on the right side here, Reach is going to have to keep a couple units there dedicated to protecting this base, I think, against this very, very annoying dropship. And, you know, look at this. I mean, it's now going to get in and it's going to start shelling again, but some Zealots are actually going to clean it up. Alright, so this will be the end of this. So Reach really has changed the balance of the game, though, by killing off that big Terran push, and now the dropship is actually going to go down to the cannon. A little bit of a mistake there, put in stop position most likely, or hold position rather, for Flash. Excuse me, I can barely talk. Hold on for a second. I just drank a ton of water. Alright, back for the attack. Citadel of Dune is still up for Reach. Very nice. So Flash has picked up his 4th now on the right side. Reach still is not economically ahead, though. That's a problem. He's barely able to put up his 4th. Now, while that attack right then was beautiful, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off again, and he hasn't been able to capitalize on it. So I can't just say Reach has, you know, won this game, because he clearly has not. He did manage to pull off a beautiful counterattack, but Flash, meanwhile, has done a very good job, as usual, keeping the Protoss economy relatively small. And, you know, while he wasn't able to push out then because of a very, very good surround, you know, that kind of thing, that kind of attack that we saw last game happens maybe 1 out of every, you know, 8 games. You know, I gotta say, it's probably not going to happen again this game. Because that is just, you need a perfect positioning, you need everything in the right order. Flash, of course, had his siege tanks clumped together like crazy, and he did have a bunch of vultures in the wrong position. And, you know, it's just going to be hard to get all those elements together if Flash moves out with another maxed out army. So I'm not going to call the game, you know, early here. Reach is still sort of behind, I gotta say. He sort of shifted the balance a little bit, and if he can take out a base now, he will shift the balance significantly. So let's see if he can do that here. Going for the right side base, of course he knows he can't let the Terran pick up a base on him, or even tie up the number of bases as Flash would be doing if he manages to put this up. Now Reach going in on the side here. Flash does not have a science vessels there, so we could be seeing some beautiful stasis here. 1 stasis there, only catching 1 tank though, but doesn't matter. I don't think there's enough forces here for Flash to hold. Flash looks like he is going to lose his army on the right side. And his army has been split in half. Flash in big trouble. I mean, Flash could be beaten by the Mantos here, and that would be just a gigantic upset. Obviously, because Flash is so good right now, and so on fire. I mean, oh man, Reach, though, losing his shuttle. That shuttle could have been full with High Templar, though, and that would be very disastrous for Reach, of course. Reach looks like he's managed to stop mining at that expansion, but not going to be able to pick off the command center. Yeah, he's not going to be able to pick it off, but that's alright. Reach has managed to do a good amount of damage. Meanwhile, he's picking up the main base on the upper right, keeping himself 2 bases above the Terran player, barely. But if he can do that, he will win the game. If he can't do that, Flash will win the game. I mean, it's coming down to the late game, which is huge, you know, macro. It's all about macro. We'll also see if Reach decides to go for some recalls. Generally, we see Protoss nowadays going for recall first. I really like Reach, though, going for stasis first. I think he's sensed with his very good game sense. You know, you got to remember, he's got easily 5 years more experienced than the other Protosses out there, like Best, for example. You know, you got to know with his experience, he sensed that Flash was going to go for a big timing push, and Recall doesn't help you at all in that timing push. His stasis there was critical. It caught 2 Science Vessels, which could have delivered very, very good EMPs against the High Templar, and you know, it was just a very good game sense going for the stasis first. And usually Protosses go for the big early game recall. You know, Best loves doing that. But, you know, Reach decided not to do that this game. And look at this! Another great use of stasis there, catching those 2 tanks that would have been in a good position. But Reach losing a lot of units to mines, though. You can't do that. And now trying to push forward into the natural expansion directly. I'm not sure if that's going to work. That's an older woman who's also a Reach fan. Possibly, never mind. Reach just pouring in with the Zealots. He needs more manlots, though. Need more manlots. That should be a saying in StarCraft. Like, if the Protoss goes and attacks a bunch of tanks without enough Zealots, you should hear, need more manlots. That would be an awesome warning. But Reach just has Dragoons left. However, Flash sort of is out of position here. Reach might be able to pick off the left side base, and they can do that. Flash will be hugely behind. He's managed to pick up his right side base, but look at him! T-1000 is shaking his head here. I mean, you gotta remember, T-1000, just like in Terminator 2, in this movie, looks like Flash, you know, was a little bit overconfident, thought his push would work out, and now he's in big trouble. No, Reach, though, walking in some Templar, that's a mistake, obviously, and Reach doesn't have that many Dragoons left, but he's got forces on the right side, too. If he can pick off just a couple more of these SCVs, he could pick off the lead he needs. 1 High Templar left with 11 kills. He might be able to get some storms off. Also, Reach just doesn't have enough forces, though. He's managed to keep the SCV count low, at least. But Flash has managed to keep both of his bases there on the left and right. Now it's just going to come down to this battle of attrition here. Flash is sort of on the ropes at this point, but Flash is T-1000. You know, he's liquid metal. You know what happens when you're liquid metal and you get damage? You just fill up the holes immediately. Reach is just, you know, he is flesh and metal. So when he gets shot, he has to actually remove the bullets from his body. T-1000, though, he just regenerates. That's how good his macro is. And so Reach has to deliver one crippling blow. He's got to, you know, metaphorically put the grenade shell in his body and let it explode. He can't just use the shotgun shells like that woman did. John Connor's mom. Anyway, Reach with 1-1-2 there for his upgrades. +2 for Flash, and that is so powerful. And Flash has a supply depot wall. Very smart move there on the left side, but Reach getting through with the manlots anyway. Speedlots getting in, but no, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're not attacking. He needs to go in and attack with those speedlots. Oh, man. Bad micro there, I gotta say. We're just a little bit of a slip. Good block there by Flash. And now a small recall is about to happen inside the main base. Where's the recall? There's the recall. Right in the middle of Flash's base, but it's a small army, mind you, and there's a lot of turrets there, so the Arbiter's going to go down. Not going to be able to get any more spells off, and not going to be able to help Cloak. So Flash might be losing some depots here. He might lose... He's not going to lose much, to be honest. There's just a small force of Zealots and Dragoons there. Probably going to get cleaned up fairly easily here, to be absolutely honest. So... Reach not able to do too much. I mean, this might be the point where Reach, you know, isn't able to come back from, because Flash has managed to secure his left and right bases, and, you know, Reach is probably mined out in both his main and his natural, and you know, he just needs more bases at this point. He probably can't pick up any more bases easily, because he's lost his army critically against Flash. Looks like he's going to pick off his armory, possibly, if he focuses. It looks like he is going to focus and pick off that armory. Meanwhile, though, Flash coming in on the right side. This could be bad for Reach. Reach has recalled, you know, lost a lot of his army going for a frontal attack and recalled